Hello and welcome back Tech. In this video I'm going to show you to make this mystical glowing RGB LED Neopixel mushroom log with using an Arduino Nano and using WS2812 Neopixels. Let's get started. And these are the items you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need: some glue sticks to create the mushrooms, this log to place the mushrooms and everything else on, some WS2812 Neopixels, and an Arduino Nano, a push-button lock switch, a 9-volt battery clip, a 9-volt battery, a 300 ohm resistor, and some Neodymium magnets. Now let's go ahead and assemble this project and let's get started. I've decided I wanted to use 15 Neopixels to create 15 mushrooms. I feel like this is a good amount to make. Next, what I need to do is solder tin all of the leads. And as you can see, all of the Neopixels are now solder tinned. Next, I'm going to take some hot glue, and this smooth surface is actually a panel that came from a 3D printer. This is nice and smooth, so I'm going to get some really nice results when I make the mushroom tops. So what I'm going to do is take a dab of hot glue, form a puddle, which will be the mushroom tops. And as you can see, I made 14 more with different sizes, just to make it look a little bit more natural, so it's more randomized. And this one right here, I tried to put 2 to make them join together, and that didn't really work, so I just simply wiped it away. And this part right here, I tried to make a stem, and the stem turned out to be too flat. Instead, I'm going to use this glue stick, which will make the perfect mushroom stem, which is the perfect size and shape for the mushroom stem. And then simply take these mushroom tops and glue it to the glue stick. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to remove the mushroom tops. Now I didn't realize how well they stuck to the surface, so I'm going to have to use this putty knife and a little bit of force. And there, I got one mushroom top off. And as you can see, it's nice and smooth on the bottom, and it looks very nice. Now remove all the rest. And there, all the mushroom tops are now removed, and I have all the glue sticks cut to make the stems, and as you can see, they're all different random sizes, which means I could be able to create unique shaped mushrooms, because in nature, there's randomness. And I'm going to take this hot air gun and join the two parts together by simply melting the glue just a little bit, and then sticking them together. Take a glue stick and the mushroom top, flip it over, and carefully melt the glue stick just a little bit. And then melt the mushroom top just a little bit as well. And now join the two parts together. Hold it together and wait for it to glue into place. And there, sticks together just like this. Now do the same thing with the rest of them. And it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to take the Arduino Nano and this push button switch. And what I want to do is take the push button switch and connect the VIN or voltage in and put one lead into the VIN and the other lead into that hole that's next to it. And this little hole that's next to it is meant to put screws to screw down the Arduino Nano. Solder tin the lead that is coming out of the screw hole. And now solder in the VIN. And there, should look just like this. Next, take the 9-volt battery clip, and then take the negative wire and connect it to ground. And now solder it into place. And now solder tin the positive wire. Cut off the excess. Shorten the positive wire. And then solder it to the push button lock switch, which is in the screw hole. And there, that part of the circuit is now complete. Push the button, and as you can see, it works. Next, take the Arduino Nano and the 300 ohm resistor. Take the 300 ohm resistor and put it on D6 or data 6. Clamp it into place, and now solder it into place. And then cut off the excess, and then shorten the lead on the resistor. solder tin it. Next, take a wire and a shrink tube, place a wire into the shrink tube, and then solder the wire to the resistor. And now take the shrink tube, cover it, including the resistor, push it in all the way, and now heat shrink it. Next, take this negative wire and place it into ground. Clamp it into place, and now solder it into place. Next, take this positive wire and place it over to 5 volts. And now solder it into place. And there, the wires are now soldered into place. Take these wires and connect it to the Neopixel. And as you can see, this arrow pointing this direction means the current will flow that direction. So it's very important to follow the arrows. Take the negative wire and solder it to ground. Take the data wire and solder it to data in. And then take the positive wire and solder it to 5 volts. And there, the Neopixel is now connected. Make a quick test to make sure it works. Push the button. And there, the Neopixel turns on. Perfect. Next, I'm going to do something I've never done before, and I'm going to take these Neodymium magnets and glue them to the Arduino Nano directly onto the board. Put some super glue, put the magnets into place, spray some activator to glue it into place, wait for the glue to cure, remove the excess magnets, and you're left with one magnet onto the board. And now I can take one more magnet and put it on top of the other magnet. Perfect. Next, it's time to take the Arduino Nano and connect it to the log. I want to take the first Neopixel and put it right here. This spot looks good. And then with the magnet that's loose, it can be glued directly to the wood. And when it's glued to the wood, I can be able to remove the Arduino Nano and reprogram it if I needed to, and it will stay in place. Take some hot glue and glue down the Neopixel. Next, take some hot glue and put it onto the loose Neodymium magnet. And now glue it directly to the log. Next, take some more hot glue and glue down the wires. Doing this will make things more organized. Next, I'm going to take some electrical tape and cover up the LED that is on the Arduino Nano. Doing this will block out the LED, so that way it'll look a little bit better when the mushrooms are glowing, because I don't want to have a red light glowing underneath the log. Next, take the Neodymium magnets and place it onto the 9-volt battery. Place them in twos. And it should look just like this. And then take some hot glue and put it on the ends of these magnets. And now glue them to the log. And there, the 9-volt battery is now connected. And now I can easily remove the battery and the magnets stay behind. This way I can be able to change the battery in the future. And as you can see, it stays in place. Unfortunately, it's not in a very good position, so I have to fix it and reposition it, because you can see the 9-volt battery underneath, which I don't want to show. And now it's time to connect all of the Neopixels together. The second one, I want to connect it close together, because these two mushrooms should be close together like this. One large and one small. I think this looks very nice. So simply place the two Neopixels close together, respecting the arrows. And then simply solder bridge the two together. 5 volts to 5 volts. Data out to data in. And ground to ground. And there, those Neopixels are now connected. Now take a third Neopixel. I don't like this position because it doesn't look very natural. So what I need to do is put it at an angle. I'm going to take these bridge wires that came from resistors and LEDs. And bridge the 5 volts to 5 volts. And data out to data in. And ground to ground. And it should look just like this. Take some hot glue and glue down the Neopixel so it stays in place. And now take another Neopixel, and I want to put it in this position. Going down this direction looks nice. Glue it into place. And then take these wires and connect data out to data in, ground to ground, and 5 volts to 5 volts. And it should look just like this. Next, I want to take a longer wire and go around the back of the log. and connect it to this NeoPixel, respecting the direction of the arrows, and it should look just like this. Same thing for this NeoPixel, connecting to this one. And again with this NeoPixel. And again with another NeoPixel. And another one with some bridge wires. And now I've decided where to place the rest of the NeoPixels. These positions look very nice. And then simply connect them all the same way. And there should look just like this. And the circuit is now complete. Now let's go ahead and test it out. I have right here a hard drive magnet, and I put it behind the log in the center. This position should hide the 9-volt battery. These magnets I'll remove later. And now attach the 9-volt battery. Turn over the log, and there you do not see the 9-volt battery. There, that looks very nice. Next I'm going to take the hot air gun and mount the bottom stems of the mushrooms and glue them to the NeoPixels. Place it on, connecting to the NeoPixel. Hold it in the position and wait for the glue to solidify. And there, it stays in place. And now repeat the same process with the rest of them. Next I need to make the sideway mushrooms, and what I need to do is melt the entire stem of the mushroom, make it soft, so then that way I can be able to bend it and then wait for it to solidify and it will hold that position. As you can see, it's nice and soft. Bend it, hold the position until it solidifies. And there should look just like this. And there should look just like this when complete. Now I'm a little concerned because these mushrooms seem to be a little wobbly, so what I need to do is add some more hot glue to glue them into place better. Simply put a generous amount of hot glue on the base of these mushrooms. Doing this will hold them in place better. And there should look just like this. And as you can see, they're nice and strong. And as you can see, these mushroom tops seem to be too flat, so what I need to do is take some hot glue and melt the mushroom tops a little bit, so then that way they will sag and form a bell shape. I've never done this before, so it's going to be very difficult to do. Not sure if it's going to work. And then carefully take the hot air gun and melt the mushroom top a little bit, and then try to bend it and form the shape. And as you can see, it didn't work very well. I did not like the results, so what I try to do is bend it back in shape, and this mushroom looks a little messed up. So this method isn't going to work, so I'll have to figure out another solution in the future. So I just have to stick with these flat mushroom tops, which in my opinion I think looks okay. This means the project is now complete. Now let's go ahead and test it out. And I'll push the button. As you can see, this looks very nice, very mesmerizing, and very mystical. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own mystical glowing RGB LED NeoPixel mushroom log with using a few simple parts such as a log, glue sticks, NeoPixels, and an Arduino Nano. Thank you for watching SciTech Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future SciTech Tech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.